Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Ray. Thank you for being here. Today I'd like to share my vision with you and a story. It's a story of human potential, and this vision dropped in about 10 years ago. It dropped in at a time when my life was a mess because I was a mess. And then this vision dropped in. A very unlikely vision considering where I found myself. But it became my guiding light as I learnt to reconnect and follow my inner guidance. The vision has grown and expanded, and today I see it with such clarity. It's the story of human potential. It's the potential that we're all born with. It's what makes us unique. It's our authenticity, our creativity, just ready to be splashed on the canvas of life. But very quickly we get disconnected from that through our conditioning or through whatever's been passed down through the generations, the conditioning, the limitation. We become very lost in our limited beliefs, in what we think, not what we feel, not what we feel guided to, not what we feel for. We lose all that very quickly at an early age. And I believe because of that lack of feeling and that disconnection, we get to a point in life. Interestingly, it's often coinciding with an awakening, that beginning of the 4D healing journey. But we get to a point where everything that we've repressed and suppressed, that creativity, that authenticity, in order to fit in order to live from the head in that limited sense, it starts to spill over. It creates enormous tension in the body, in the mind, emotionally, and we start to feel stressed and unwell, and we feel lost and confused. We enter that state of confusion and disillusion, and we start looking for meaning. And that's the beginning of the journey. Yes, this vision dropped in when I was deep in personal crisis, utterly lost, but it has been my guiding light. And as I learnt to reconnect and to tune in to that inner guidance, what I was feeling guided to, my intuition, I found that I had everything I needed in order to heal, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And that journey is about remembering who you are, but it's also bringing all of those elements together back into balance and bringing yourself back into alignment with what is true for you, your authenticity, what it is you love. And that's all part of the healing journey. And that is bringing us to the human potential, to live authentically, to live freely, to live in balance, in harmony. And that doesn't mean that we cease to be messy. We can be messy and creative, creatively messy and free to express everything that we've come here to express and experience. But energetically, and I love the energetics, you know that, we move from that very limited headspace, which is energetically creative because we're throwing out all these limited thoughts that are not centered and anchored into the truth of who we are. And then we're in that overwhelm, space of mental and emotional overwhelm, physical imbalance or illness, that stress state. And that is a very energetically messy space, a lot of energy being thrown out there. And we're learning to bring that all back in. All that energy that we lose, we bring back in, into balance, integrating, and remembering the truth of who we are, each of us. And all of that potential, all of that creative potential, And energetically, we're learning to bring that into the heart space as we balance our energy physically, mentally, and emotionally. And there we have our creative potential, but in a way that we can express it from a very authentic place, an empowered place. I'm feeling quite emotional here. It's a beautiful vision, and I've held it for such a long time. And yeah, it's starting to feel like reality, a personal reality. But I believe in this potential. It's bigger than me. It's available to everybody as we wake up and remember the truth of who we are. And the potential individually is powerful, but I believe the potential collectively is out of this world. It has potential to be incredibly healing. I've understood how to move through these different states of awareness, these different energetic states and states of consciousness, to move into that potential, to be free to create and to live from a place of authenticity, of personal truth. I feel that we're being invited to experience this, to step into our potential and to live and lead from the heart and to share who we are, our authenticity, our truth with the world. So I hope this resonates, and as always, looking forward to reading your comments and seeing you in the next post.